It's important that we don't get ahead of ourselves, because I know Spurs fans tend to do that, I tend to do that. Maybe sometimes things go our way in some ways and we say, hey, top 4, hey, maybe we can challenge higher up the table. But a few weeks of good results doesn't really mean that in most cases, especially when they're expected wins, right? Against Brentford, we were supposed to win, we won. We were playing Norwich, bottom of the table, we're supposed to win, we won. So let's not blow this out of proportion, because at the same time, just last week, we lost to Slovenian heavy hitters, Mora. So yes, the overlords came down and said, you need to get back in check, because you're getting a bit too big for your boots. So I'm glad that that did happen. I think maybe it restructured the team. I think maybe it sent shockwaves down the spine for them to say, hey, you're not really that good. You're just not bad right now, so let's see if we can improve on this. Hey, NarendraTheComic here right now. We're just going to be talking about the Spurs game versus Norwich today. And yes, as I said there, this is a game we should have won, and we did win. Now, we won it 3-0. Very good result. But for me, I'm sitting there watching it, being the greedy fucker that I am, saying, hey, 2's not enough. 3's not enough. We need 4, 5, 6 because our goal difference is so atrocious. But from the way the game started, I'm just glad we ended up getting the win, because Norwich came out on the front foot. They were dominating possession, they were trying, they had a couple of very good chances in the early parts of the game, the first 5 minutes, and then Spurs basically took over for the rest of the first half. We got an absolute screamer of a goal from Lucas Moura. Now, the guy is so unbelievably talented, but he doesn't put them away enough. He has the capability, he has the potential to be really good, alright? But sometimes he goes a bit wayward in games. Now, saying that, most of the time, he's a Rottweiler on the pitch. He doesn't give up. He is the epitome. He epitofies a team player. He never gives up. He gives everything and every inch on the pitch because he knows he wants to be playing week in, week out. He is definitely our hardest working player. Even ahead of Son, Lucas puts in the effort, even when he doesn't get the result. He doesn't always get it right, but he puts in. He's like Musa Sissoko 2.0. Like, Sissoko was the OG of this. Like, he would work so hard and very rarely do things good. Moura has the ability to do a lot of things good, but he just, sometimes his finishing is just not good enough. But today, the thunderbolt, the zinger that he scored was absolutely delicious. I can taste it right now. It's almost like I have fire on my taste buds. It was that electric. It was a stunner. One of the best goals Spurs have scored this season. It came through a bit of good play between him and Son. And the feeling was there. You kind of felt watching it. He's got to rocket this right now. And then he did. And you just thought, wow, this is going to be a good game. This is going to be a good day. Albeit it became a bit boring because Spurs were dominating so much in the second half. Just to move off Moura for a second here, Oliver Skipp. He did it in the last game, he did it in this game. His progressive play, the way he's actually trying to move forward with the ball is good stuff. Harry Winks, take notice. If you want to play, you have to do that type of stuff because Hjulberg does it as well. Hjulberg and Skipp seemingly have just leapfrogged Harry Winks. Harry Winks is sitting there on the bench, sometimes not on the bench, being like, why am I not playing? It's because they pass the ball sideways, backwards and forwards, and you just pass the ball sideways and sometimes backwards, but never forwards. It's not a good thing. Plus, Oliver Skipp's ball recovery is absolutely phenomenal. He really tries his utmost when he messes up, but he doesn't do it rashly. Sometimes players go in after they've made a mistake and are going to get a yellow card, going to make a foul. He doesn't do that. He just has a way with slipping and sliding about, but getting the ball. I don't know how he does it. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's so small he gets away with it. I don't care. I'm just saying, continue doing it, because the way you're going, there might just be an England call-up for Oliver Skipp in the near future. If he continues playing the way he is, I can't see why not. It wasn't all hunky-dory though, because while Spurs played well, they were not pressing enough in the first 15-20 minutes. They weren't pushing enough. I think Spurs just let it happen. They were bleeding themselves into the game. They were finding their footing, which is fine. But they could have been 1-0 down in the first 5 minutes, and that would have really changed the outlook of the game. By the end of the day, none of that stuff really matters, because Spurs ended up winning 3-0. Davison Sanchez banging one in from close range, and then HEUNG-MIN Son, Spider Sonny. It's no longer Super Sean. It's Spider Son with his... because he knows Tom Holland. This is crazy shit. I know Tom Holland is a Spurs fan, so I get the connection, but hey, he's going in with it. He's saying he's doing his little picture frame. I don't know if I did that right. It's like that. It's like that, isn't it? Yeah. And then he's doing, webbing them up. Spider Sonny webbing up Norwich. That's what happened today. He's doing it every single week, seemingly. Scoring, assisting. He was involved in all 3 goals today. Harry Kane, I'm telling you. Kano, Hazard, has you need to start doing shit. You played much better today. Your overall performance was better today and against Brentford. So I'm not saying there hasn't been stark improvements with your physicality, with your motivation over the last few weeks. But you need to start popping them in. You had a handful of decent opportunities. None of them were really clear-cut. But my guy, you're Harry Kane. One of the best strikers in the world. Probably only Robert Lewandowski is ahead of you. You need to be scoring more than 1 goal in 10 games this season. It's not really good enough. While we're getting the results, while we're 5th in the table now, 2 points off 4th, I think, with a game in hand, things could look very different in 2-3 weeks' time. It could be a lot better, it could be a lot worse. We've got a game against Liverpool. I think that will be the big tester. If we can get a result against Liverpool, even if it's a draw, that's an improvement from where we were 6 weeks ago. And that's what Antonio Conte does. The team is seemingly growing, improving every single week. Clean sheet on clean sheet, apart from the Mora result, which was very, very confusing. But at the end of the day, Europa Conference League, do we really want to be in it? I mean, it would be good to win it. Let's be fair. Winning any trophy for Spurs is a good thing. It's just a fact, even if it's the Mickey Mouse Cup. It doesn't matter, the Minnie Mouse Cup, whatever you might say. I think it would probably hinder our season if we continued with it. So maybe we should just dip and focus on the league, trying to get top 4, maybe an FA Cup run, maybe a League Cup run, and see where it goes from there. But improvements are being made, and that is really all we can ask for. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, Lucas Moura himself gonna come after you. You don't want that. No, you really don't. So just subscribe anyway to avoid that. Now, I've been NarendraTheComic. You've been Graham. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for over 1,000 days now. We ain't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content, because we're hashtag never not here. Just how it goes. Also bring the Pugwas. Pugwas means nonsense in Punjabi. We also bring that. Bring a lot. Bring a little. Do a lot. Do a little. But we do indeed bring the quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow. More of the same, slightly different, but essentially the very same. Once more, see you then. Skadoosh.